Hey there, Temple Owls. Welcome to another 5 tips in under 5 minutes with me, Amanda DeMarco, and the Office of Leadership Development. Today, we're going to be talking about nonverbal communication. Now, how many times have you heard the fact that 80% of communication is nonverbal? But what makes up that 80%? Today, we're going to find out. Let's go. The first tip I have for you guys today surrounds facial expressions. And the tip is to be conscious of your facial expressions. Right now, facial expressions really convey your feelings. And even on Zoom, people can really see your face more than your body. So yes, there's body language is important, but facial expressions are becoming increasingly more important. So it's actually really beneficial because you can see yourself on Zoom. You can see yourself on those conference calls. So if you're sitting there like this, people think you're not really engaged. And that's that nonverbal communication. But if you're sitting there with a little bit more pleasant of a face, then people are saying, hey, that person is actually paying attention. Tip number 2 surrounds what I just mentioned about body language. Body language actually emphasizes what you're talking about. So you see how I just put my hands out there? It adds that little bit of pizzazz. But if you go too much and too overboard, then it just becomes distracting. So you can actually use body language to help convey what you're saying, but make sure it doesn't go overboard, because then it's just distracting and then people aren't really paying attention to what you're saying, right? My third tip I have for you all today surrounds space and touch. Before COVID-19, I would say what's more appropriate? A handshake, a wave, a bow, but now it's a little bit different. When you go and simply touch someone's hand or are closer than 6 feet, it might communicate that you don't respect their boundaries, and making sure that you're aware of that communicates that respect. The fourth tip I have for you all surrounds paralanguage. Now, what is paralanguage, you ask? Oh, I'm glad you did. So understanding that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So that involves those tones, the intensity, the pausing, even silence. It's how you say these things. For example, how many different ways can you say, wow, Amanda, you did a great job? Wow, Amanda, you did a great job. Or, wow, Amanda, you did a great job. Wow, Amanda, you did a great job. See how that kind of conveys something a little bit different? It's honestly my favorite way of nonverbal communication. It's kind of the equivalent to bolding, italicizing, underlining, by just using your inflection and your tone. My fifth and final tip for you all surrounds timing. So you may think, how is timing nonverbal communication? But if you're talking for a long period of time and wasting someone's time, it basically communicates that you don't respect their time. So being aware of when you go to tell people things and how long you're talking actually communicates the respect for that person's time. And in closing, so many times people ask themselves, what went wrong during an interaction? Or how could I have presented that information better? So ask yourself, was it my communication or was it my nonverbal communication? So analyzing that communication effort from this point of view would definitely help. Thank you guys so much for watching 5 tips in under 5 minutes with the Office of Leadership Development. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure to reach out to our office at lead@temple.edu or head to our website at studentleadership.temple.edu. We also are on social media, of course, at TU Leadership on all social media platforms. Thank you guys so much for spending those 5 minutes with me, and I hope you guys learned something helpful. Bye!